right now. We've got Republican Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. Senator, good to see you tonight. Your thoughts, we heard your comment earlier about how, you know, if somebody smells your hair, they might lose a few teeth in the exchange if they get too close. What did you think of this video, and do you think that Joe Biden has done what he needed to do there?
Well, I probably shouldn't have said what I said, Martha. That was kind of a juvenile comment. I'd like to have that one back. But the point I was trying to make, not particularly artfully, I was asked my opinion. And my opinion is that the kind of behavior that the vice president has demonstrated repeatedly, to me, it's unnatural. I mean, it's abnormal. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, you're not alone. There's a lot of, you know, Google Creepy Joe, and you're going to see all these videos and pictures that have been out there for a long, long time.
And what's particularly bizarre to me is that apparently he didn't know it was unnatural and abnormal and weird. I mean, I suspect he does now. I don't mean any disrespect to the vice president, but, you know, in my opinion, this is not a country for creepy old men, and we have learned in the past few years about some of the indignities that people, including but not limited to women, have suffered by people more powerful than them, and I just think it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we all do better by sort of understanding these situations and understanding what makes people uncomfortable, and certainly everybody has a right to come out and say, you know what, I'm not okay with that, because that can, you know, make people uncomfortable. But by the same token, you know, I'm curious what you think about this idea that, you know, he sort of has suggested, you know, that I'm kind of from another generation and I'm learning as I go. Is this generational or not? Because you seem to think it's not, that you knew the difference, you know, and that other people know the difference as well.
Well, I don't think it's generational. I mean, the vice president in his video talked about the fact that he likes to connect with people, and that's fine. But smelling somebody's hair or putting your hand on their knee and leaving it there is, I guess you could call that connecting, but it's inappropriate connecting. And I was asked my opinion, and my opinion is it's weird.
So I'm just hearing that President Trump made a comment on this to the AP, and he is saying, and tell me in the control room if I'm getting this right, that he does not think that Joe Biden should have to apologize for his behavior.
The president is entitled to his opinion. This is America. If somebody smells my hair, the least I'm going to demand is an apology.
So I do want to ask you about your bill that you are bringing forward. It's a bill protecting victims of workplace sexual harassment. What can you tell us about that?
It's pretty straightforward. It simply says if you're a public employee, if you work for federal government or state government or local government, and an allegation of sexual harassment is brought against you, and you settle the lawsuit with public money, then you can't keep it quiet. It's only, you can't require the alleged victim to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Now, if the alleged victim wants to keep it quiet, he or she can. But if you're spending public money and you're a public official and you settle a claim like that, then people have a right to know.
I think that taxpayers will find that very welcome. And I'm wondering, is it retroactive, or would it be beginning with the passage of the bill? Because a lot of people want to know about the money that has been flowing out of their tax dollar pockets to cover and to pay settlements of this kind of you know, people who work on Capitol Hill.
Well, I want to try to make it retroactive. I don't want to make it unconstitutional in doing so, but I think it ought to be retroactive. If your tax dollars, if this sort of stuff is going on and your tax dollars are being spent to make it go away, you have a right. You have a right to know. Now, having said that, just because you're accused of something doesn't mean you're guilty of it. People have a right to due process. But taxpayers also have a right to know how their dollars are being spent.
Senator Kennedy, thank you. Always good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here.